Snow covered Starlight City like a fluffy white blanket as Christmas Eve finally arrived. HUNTR X had just finished rehearsing their big holiday concert at the winter festival stage. The lights sparkled, candy canes lined every street, and everything felt perfect. But then the air suddenly grew colder. Much colder. Zoey sniffed the air and shivered. Okay, who set the freezer to mega ice mode? Rumi hugged herself and looked around. The weather isn't supposed to be this cold. Mira kneeled down and pressed a finger to the ground. It froze solid instantly. Dark magic, she whispered, eyes narrowing. Before they could react, a giant glowing snowflake drifted down from the sky and landed in front of them like a magical warning sign. The snowflake glowed bright blue and spoke in a tiny echoing voice. Help! The Harmonic Ice Bell, stolen, eternal winter rising. Then it crumbled into sparkly snow dust. The girls stared at the glittering remains. Eternal winter, Rumi gasped. No summer vacation ever again? Zoey clutched her head dramatically. And no more shaved ice snacks. Now I'm mad. Mira opened her spell tracker and a swirling magical map appeared, pointing far north toward a place called the Crystal Caves of Frostfall. If the Harmonic Ice Bell is gone, she explained, winter will freeze everything forever. We need to get it back before Christmas Eve ends. Rumi pumped her fist. Then what are we waiting for? Holiday heroes, let's go. With a flash of magic, they transformed into their winter combat forms, sparkling coats, snowflake accessories, and boots that could grip any ice. They summoned their snow glider hoverboards and zoomed toward the frozen caves, leaving snowy trails swirling behind them like stardust. Inside the crystal caves, icy crystals shone like blue diamonds. It was breathtaking and spooky. Stay alert, Mira warned, sensing hidden shadows. The warning arrived just in time because a pack of ice wolf shades leapt from the darkness. Their teeth sparkled like icicles, and their growls echoed through the cave. Rumi grinned. Who wants a drum solo? She banged her glowing drumsticks together. Boom! A shockwave of music sent wolves skidding backwards. Zoey jumped in next, flipping off a frozen ledge. Frostbreaker kick, she shouted and crack. The wolves scattered and disappeared into puffs of harmless snow. Mira smiled proudly. Nice teamwork. They continued deeper until they reached a huge shimmering door sealed with a giant candy cane lock. Rumi scratched her head. Are we supposed to lick it open? Please don't do that, Mira sighed. Zoey tapped her mic baton against the lock ding, and it melted instantly. See? A little rhythm fixes everything. They pushed the door open and gasped. The Harmonic Ice Bell hovered in the center of the chamber, wrapped in swirling dark frost. Guarding it stood a tall, icy figure, the Ice Sorceress, Queen Glaciara. Her voice cracked like frozen lakes. So, the noisy girl idols have come. Zoey crossed her arms. Rude. We prefer international pop sensations. Glaciara raised her icy staff. Winter should be silent. No singing, no laughter. Cold hearts cannot break. Mira stepped forward gently. Winter is fun because we share joy. Without music, it just feels lonely. Something flickered in the queen's expression. Hurt, maybe, but it quickly hardened into anger. She unleashed a flurry of icicles that shot through the air like sharp snow missiles. The girls dove behind sparkling pillars as icicles blasted past them. Okay, Rumi said, peeking out. She is definitely on the naughty list. Zoey took a deep breath. Only one thing can melt that frozen frown, Rumi winked. A holiday hit? Mira nodded. Let's warm her heart with music. They linked hands and their bracelets lit up like tiny Christmas stars. A beat began to pulse through the room, soft at first, then stronger, brighter, warmer. Mira's voice rose like a gentle snowfall. Rumi tapped a cozy beat that felt like hot cocoa. Zoey added a sparkling harmony, bright and hopeful. Hearts are warmer when we're together. Snow will sparkle forever and ever. Let joy ring out, loud and clear. Love melts ice, year after year. The icy shadows around the bell cracked. Glaciara staggered, clutching her chest as if something inside was thawing. Stop, I don't want to feel. But the girls sang louder, smiles glowing, voices full of love. The harmonic ice bell broke free and chimed a clear, beautiful ding, ding, ding that filled the cavern with light. The spell shattered. Ice wolves turned to glitter. The cold softened. The queen fell to her knees as her frosty crown melted into sparkles. Tears, real ones, rolled down her cheeks but turned into tiny snow pearls. I forgot what joy sounded like, she whispered. Zoey offered her a candy cane microphone. Come to our concert. First row VIP. Glaciara blinked. Me? Rumi laughed. Yes, everyone deserves some holiday cheer. The queen smiled for what felt like the first time in 1,000 years. As HUNTR, X rode their hoverboards back toward the glowing festival lights. The night sky sparkled with new warmth. Families cheered. Bells jingled happily. Christmas was saved, music was safe, and the world was filled with joy again. Rumi stretched and yawned. Okay, next year let's hope the only frozen thing we deal with is ice cream. Zoey giggled. Deal. Mira looked up at the stars above. Merry Christmas, and let the music play forever.